it's a little interesting, like how to approach this interview with you, since we usually have people more directly involved in the fight. But as an observer, and someone who's shooting on set the fight, we asked you to suggest something, and you picked the warehouse fight from Batman versus Superman. So anybody who's listening to this or watching us on YouTube, pause, go to the show notes, watch the fight, and then come back so you know what we're talking about, right?
Yes, which I will also say is just an amazing fight. As someone who played all the Arkham games,
Oh yeah,
this fight made me feel like I was watching a cutscene from the Arkham game.
it was like that.
It was awesome.
So, why I'm curious, we're both curious why that you've worked obviously on so many action movies. Why that fight?
Well, I think it's a really great fight. And also, it's a ton of fun for me to watch because I know everybody.
There you go.
That's Wayne getting his pushed against the wall. That's Latif getting. I know all friends. That's Guillermo trying to stop the grenade.
Latif Crowder.
I don't know his last name. I just know him as Latif
from Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
there you go. You go.
So you were on set. Were you on set documenting that shoot?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. In fact, there's a unit image that was out there in the world of Ben and Zack looking at the monitor during that fight.
Oh wow.
So that's one of those promotional images that's out there, and it was made during that week-long effort to shoot that scene. To shoot that fight.
So when you're coming into something like that as the set photographer, like you had said in the email, you're not really all that, like the script and stuff is not that important to you, or is it, or like what's the process of that? That you have this coming up. What's your process?
Well, in the case of this warehouse fight, that's how we started the project. All of Batman v Superman, we began the filming with that fight. So
wow. Okay.
There's a lot going on in those first weeks. You're trying to figure out half the people's names, on the crew. It's like a weird camp that you've just become part of. And I generally, maybe this is a secret, don't read the script. It's not important for me to know what
that makes sense.
Story is being told. I'm going to pay attention to the visuals in front of me right now. That's a little more of my documentarian blood coming forward. I don't need to know where we're going. I just need to pay attention right now.
And
so do you, because obviously this is photography. So, again, the story has absolutely really nothing to do with you. So when it comes time when they're like, hey, we got the costume ready, you probably, at least in my brain, would say you get to see it and shoot it before everybody else does. And you get to light it. You get to light it and make it look awesome. Like when they had that newest photo of like fucking He-Man with, against the thing with the sword and everything. And they showed and it was just really his just silhouette. But that was probably the set photographer doing all of that before anybody else did. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of those, what we call first looks, are unit photographers who get asked to be part of it. I certainly have the first look of Superman, the first look of Wonder Woman.
So fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And it can go even if you're around or depending where we are in production, how early I get there, some of the costume tests get done. So you'll see, and that's usually because in Batman v Superman's case, we were in Detroit, the studio's in Los Angeles, they want to see stuff. And the easiest way to do it, aside from shooting a little bit of film, is send them stills.
That's so cool.
It's a weird gig because you have a lot of hats. And if it's a super consumer products driven show, I mean, I shot Gal Gadot just sitting on a sawhorse because they were going to make a toy of her on a real horse.
Wow.
What about when it comes to poster images?
So poster images, I have had the good fortune to make a lot of, in large part because of my relationship with Zack and Debbie Snyder. That's often not the unit photographer. There's just a kind of, a compartmentalization at the studio level where the unit photographer doesn't shoot the the poster, but I've been able to do a lot of both of them, and
Mhm.
that's it's really nice because separate paychecks, sort of separate budget, and
Interesting.
it's also, those images tend to be the most sort of mundane on the day of taking them, but the ones that really resonate in people's minds because they become the posters. But that's due
Mhm.
in large part to a ton of post-production, not done
Mm.
by me. So I'll shoot the Justice League team on a gray seamless background, and then of course on the day they're in all kinds of fanciful
Right.